I'm here at the Gladly with Kurtis. Kurtis, great to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So the Gladly's here in Phoenix. Tell me a little bit about the Gladly. How old is it? What have you been up to? How'd you start?
So been here for a little bit over 4 years. It's the second restaurant in our restaurant group, the other one being Citizen Public House in Old Town Scottsdale. Owners Bernie and Andrew opened this up and decided to start showcasing some whiskey in the valley.
Yeah.
So we're pretty proud of our collection that we've amassed over the years.
Yeah, you've got a nice collection.
Thank you.
We've been talking about it. So what time do you open? What are your hours?
So we're open Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday we do lunch from 11 to 3. Saturday we're just open from dinner to 4. And we're open until 10 o'clock every night. So you could say 11 in the morning until 10.
Yep.
And then 4 to 10 on Saturday as well.
Okay, and you've got lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner, all-day menus. We do happy hour for cocktails and drinks every day, Monday through Friday from 11 to 6, and food from 3 to 6.
Yep.
So we have a very long extended happy hour for cocktails.
So it's not quite a happy hour, it's a happy couple of hours.
It's a happy day, yeah. You can call it a happy day.
And what, do you have a food specialty?
We are known for our chopped salad. Our owner and executive chef Bernie Cantat created about over 20 years ago. Some people have called it the unofficial, state salad of Arizona. It's kind of what's helped put us on the map. It's an amazing salad. It's got its own Facebook page, actually.
All right.
So
so it must be a good salad.
It's an amazing salad. I would say if you had to pick one signature dish that kind of embodied our company, I think most people would probably say it's our chopped salad.
Go with the salad. Okay. Should I make a booking? I mean, if I'm wanting to turn up, do I,
I would recommend doing a reservation, especially this time of the year. Us being, our season runs through, November through spring training and sometimes into May. So reservations definitely encouraged for nighttime dining, absolutely.
Okay.
That's
so
lunchtime. We won't accommodate you if you walk in, but...
Yeah, so lunchtime I might be able to get in if I walk in, but dinner I should really make sure I make a booking.
It'd be advised, absolutely.
I noticed you've got a closed off area, so if I have a big group, can I make a booking for a big group?
We've got a semi-private dining area and a full private dining area in the back, actually. The back room has its own full separate bar as well, which is pretty cool. It's something you don't find in a lot of spaces around here.
Yeah.
So we can accommodate large groups, small groups. We've done all sorts of parties from, bachelorette parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners. So our events team and our events coordinators do a very good job at taking care of your needs and making sure you're set up with everything you need.
Okay, great. So we had a little bit of a chat earlier. I asked for some unusual whiskies. Mm-hmm. So now, Cadenhead, is that, if I said that right?
Yes.
So tell me about Cadenhead.
So Cadenhead's really, really great group. What they do is they will go around to different distilleries in Scotland, pick barrels ranging in years 4, 5, 6 years old, take those barrels to their facility, and then their master blenders will sometimes re-barrel them, and they sometimes leave them in those barrels depending what they decide they want to do with that expression. Let them age for whatever amount of time they decide is correct, and they taste and they think that the whiskey's ready. Then they bottle it. They kind of strip away all the packaging, all the frills from the bottle, and they really just want to get really nice whiskey out to people at a great, reasonable, affordable price, so people can experience some of these higher end marks or higher age statements that might normally be out of their price range. But just bringing great whiskey to the world, which is, I think, one of the most noble causes I've heard in a while. So I just really enjoy them. I've met a few of the people that work there, and they're just great people, and so I really enjoy their product and something I can get behind, and something that you don't see at a lot of bars.
Yeah.
So
this is Bunnahabhain?
Yeah, it's Bunnahabhain. It's funny how we both say that differently, but I think it's both correct. Bunnahabhain 11 year. Yes, younger on the age spectrum, but I think something that's still for its age statement. And we're looking at the color, and I guess maybe it won't have that much depth of flavor.
Yeah, it's a very light color.
It's very light, but I think once you give this a little taste, I think you'll be very, very surprised at how much is actually there. So, it's light on the nose, but
It's comes like on the not so peaty on the nose, but
That's what's wild, right?
yeah.
You don't
And then you drink it, and
smoke it, it's boom, it's there.
yeah. And it's we were talking earlier about a really aged Lefroy. It's not too heavy on the iodine as well. It's not. Yeah.
You really get that peat and smoke exposure without the iodine kind of clouding it over.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
That is nice. That's good.
Yeah. Thought you'd enjoy that.
And so what else have we got here? So we've got two other whiskies.
Yeah, so Midwinter Nights Dram. This is a distillery High West out of Park City, Utah. They do a lot of, this could be our time glass, so if you want to spill it out. This is one of their seasonal releases. They've got their staple line that they do every year, but they also do some limited releases. So Midsummer Night Dram is...
I love the name, I have to say.
Isn't it great? Yeah, like some of their other ones are amazing too. So it's a blend of the straight rye whiskeys, and then they age it in French oak port barrels.
Okay.
So it's something that's pretty unique, pretty fun, and once again, as I said, it's a limited release. They only make it for a certain amount of time. So once it's gone, it's gone. You got to wait for a whole nother year for them to come
before they release any more.
Yeah. So.
And in Utah.
Fun one. Park City, Utah. Yeah. Park City. I've actually been to the distillery. It was, before I got into this whiskey game that deep, and I was going up there to go snowboarding, and I'm like, this looks interesting. Let's stop in and check this out.
And I love this limited engagement. Act 5, Scene 5. That's
Isn't it great? Yeah, so...
Yeah, we'll give that one a try.
Give you a quick rinse here. See what you think of this. It's a pretty fun one. I like all the High West stuff, but I look forward every year to when their new seasonal stuff comes out.
You can smell the port on that.
You smell the port, but I think the rye comes through real nice still once you drink it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you definitely got that. There's a strong port overtone, but the rye is peeking through underneath it.
It's peeking through kind of on the tail end of it. You get that little bit of spice on the front of your tongue, at least for me.
And, as you're saying, yeah. So I've had a couple of whiskies that have been aged in ale barrels.
Yeah.
And you start with a whiskey and you finish with an ale, and this is like that. You get the port at the beginning, and then the rye is what lingers at the end. Yeah.
And that's another good thing that's so much fun about whiskey is, I don't like to always give people tasting notes because sometimes then they expect to, or they're looking for something because they feel like they should find it, And I'm just like, whiskey should be
just enjoy
what you experience. Like, what do you taste? That's not wrong. If you taste it, that's what you taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that.
And it should just be about enjoying it as well.
It really should.
Just, if you're not enjoying it, don't drink it. If you do like it, drink it.
And drink it how you like it.
Yeah, exactly right.
You want to put an ice cube in it? Fine. You want to put a little water in it? Fine.
Yeah. So what's the last one we've got here?
Last one, something kind of interesting. Slaughterhouse. It's going to be, it starts as a bourbon, but then obviously they put it in Napa Cab barrels, so then it becomes an American whiskey. Because it's been aged in something else. So this is something that I really like to show people that might be big wine drinkers.
Yep.
And they are like, I'm normally a wine person or vodka person, or I don't really do the dark spirits. What do you suggest? Well, if you're a wine drinker and you like those big, bold California-style wines, try this. It's not too offensive of a bourbon, and it has almost like a tannic finish, so it reminds you of wine at the end. You're like, all right. And so even if it's rough at the beginning, with the bourbon, it finishes wine-like.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
I know exactly what you mean by that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Cheers.
It's not it's not very bourbony on the nose. It's Almost, as you said, it's almost wine-like
It's
on the nose.
wine-like, yeah. Because I'm not exactly sure how long they put it in those Napa Cab barrels, but
again, that's quite different to,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's just different. That's a great way to describe it. It's just a fun one.
Yeah, it's
See, it's
I'm
not,
struggling to put that into a category. It's
it's kind of in its own
because
category.
even the bourbon in it's not
Offensive.
well, it's not
Like,
very strong. It's
bourbon's never offensive, but you know what I mean. It's not like overpowered.
Yeah, it's not like
just-
this is a bourbon. It's got a little bit of extra flavour. This is
Mm-mm.
this is not. Yeah. That's really nice.
It's just something different, Like,
Yeah.
So something kind of not normal, a little bit out of the ordinary. So
Yeah.
those are the kind of like stepping stones or different things that I kind of like to show people. But like you said, it's just about what you like.
Yeah, if you enjoy it, drink it.
Drink
But
it.
that being said, guys, try stuff that's different. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't just drink the standard stuff. Go and actually drink some interesting stuff because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and ask your bartender. You know,
Absolutely,
what I mean? Don't be afraid to ask your bartender and give honest feedback. That's the
Yeah.
other thing. Is like I want honest feedback because I want to find something you like, and if you don't really enjoy something, well, let's fix it. Let's find something you enjoy.
So just to wrap up, you guys do flights here.
We do. So we do flights. We have some that are already pre-built.
Yep.
Some things that I've personally built that I think will showcase. I've got it broken down by region, or then we have Taste of Japan, which goes through all the Japanese whiskeys, bourbon flights. Or if you want to build your own, I'd be more than happy to do that for you.
Excellent.
And we do have a pretty good ice program. So we do the big giant whiskey spheres.
Now, okay, are they clear or are they?
Oh, they're clear.
Ah,
I actually happen to own the ice company
okay.
with my business partner in town, where we actually make all the clear ice for most of the bars and restaurants in
Fantastic.
town.
Yeah, because I like a big ice cube, but I really like it to be really clear.
Yeah.
So
No, I can show you one.
yeah,
real quick.
if you could,
I didn't bring him down. Can we wait for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I'll go grab one. Sorry.
I'll just edit this out.
Okay. I was like, I should have been more prepared for that. I didn't think about it honestly.
I love.
Here until 1 in the morning, so my brain's a little like.
I bought the Winter Smith's ice maker.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you make them like this, okay?
We press them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
A nick of coffee, yeah, I've had a nick
Yeah.
of coffee.
All right.
So Vicky's one of my go-tos for Japanese whiskies as well.
Biggies.
Yeah.
When I was in Italy, they had in Florence, of all places, I went to this cocktail bar and they had single barrel, like tiny bottles of single barrel, like all these like Nika expressions that I'd never heard of. I was like, where'd you get this stuff? It's like, what is this? This is like other countries have so much stuff. So.
Yeah. You've got a cube here. This cube's clear. So how do you actually start with a clear cube? That's
So the clear cube, the science behind the ice, ice, when you freeze it, when you make these clear cubes, think about a lake or a river, when they cut those giant cubes out and they're clear. So we have these machines that what they do is they take that science and flip it on its head, where it directionally freezes from the bottom up, only in one direction, and there's pumps that circulate the water.
Okay.
So as the water freezes, it keeps any air or impurities from solidifying themselves inside the ice, and you're left with giant, huge 300-pound blocks that ice sculptors use. Then what we do for my company is we take giant, like butcher-style bandsaws, cut them down by hand. This is all hand processed to whatever size the bar or restaurant might need to fit their glassware. Package them up and deliver them out. So for these purposes, we have big 3-inch by 3-inch cubes, and then this is just a solid piece, solid 2 pieces of aluminum, I should say, with half domes cut out of each side. So these aren't heated; they're just at room temperature, and so when you put the block on, mold, if I can line it up, it's just going to slowly melt that cube. into a nice clear sphere once it's done. So all it's trying to do is, reach a homeostasis. The press wants to be the same temperature as the ice wants to be the same temperature as the press. So it is weighted, it's heavy, so that aids in
pressing it down
as it goes. But other than that, there's no heating element, there's no batteries, it's just just as it is.
Melting it remarkably quick. I wouldn't have thought without the extra heating it would have.
It's going fairly quick. I actually should have warmed it up a little bit more, so hopefully it goes all the way. But we'll see. Forgot it's a little cold out still. In Arizona, it's weird saying that still.
Yeah.
It's cold out. I'm not used to saying that.
I bought the Wintersmith's ice chest.
Okay.
To make tea cubes.
To make these clear cubes, yeah.
So,
that's great. I mean, for home applications, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But for like
you're not going to get. That's right.
I mean, we'll go through 40 or 50 of these a night.
Yeah.
Easily.
You're just not going to get through those in something.
It'll take too long. Yeah. Too labor intensive.
So in close to where I live, there's a small cocktail bar, and they freeze. So they just get ice, stick it in a ice chest, and freeze the ice chest.
They do the igloo cooler inside of the chest.
Well, no, they just, and then they hand break it up, and you get these wonderfully hand carved ice cubes.
Yeah.
So they're not Swiss, they're not. But they've just got it and they just chip
great.
away at it and then drop it in a glass.
There's a beauty to that. We do hand-cut pieces as well. If people don't want the whole ice ball presentation, we'll do a hand-cut piece. It's just a different looking chunk every time.
Absolutely,
piece of ice,
I like the hand. I have to say, the hand-cut ones really.
We do that too.
Yeah.
We have a great ice program here. So, like I said, talk to your bartender and find out.
Yeah, find out what they do and what's available. Absolutely, yeah.
And especially, this is obviously, it lends itself very well to whiskey, but we'll do our cocktails on these sometimes. And, I've even done it for kids for lemonades. So it's just fun, It's an experience. It's something to.
Well, again, one of the things I often say with whiskey bars around the world is it's the experience is as much the pleasure as the whiskey itself.
And that's what we really try to do here is because, anybody can copy our
anyone can get
whiskey program or our food or anything, but you can't imitate our experience.
That's exactly
right. You can't copy it.
Yeah,
so that's
and I agree with that completely. And that's half the fun. I mean, again, we were talking before about if you like it, drink it. Well, if you're not enjoying the experience, or bluntly, guys, if the people around you aren't enjoying the experience, then don't do it.
And don't do it. Why is it worth? It's not worth it.
No, it's life's too short to.
It is. All right. Stuck in there.
Wow, that is
chips.
Nice.
So, and then what you get nice, clear, perfect ball.
That is, and I mean that. So we're talking about the Wintersmith. That is clearer than what I got out of the Wintersmith. That's.
And then, so it goes in like that. And then once you put the whiskey on top, it almost disappears.
Absolutely, and
it's just fun.
And then you stick your hand under it, you see right through it. It's
just a beautiful
crazy
thing.
The other thing that happens with them, if you let them sit, which is something I like, you get these rings. As it melts.
Little rings.
Yeah.
You can see how fast you're drinking.
That's
before
right.
you sip. It's like the rings in a tree. You're like, how old is it, or how fast?
That's
did I
right.
drink
Exactly.
This whiskey?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
No, it's great. I love a great whiskey.
Yeah. So that's our ice ball program. I mean, I think it's a lot of fun. And the other thing is, depending on how quick of a drinker you are. I mean, I've seen that last for 4 or 5 cocktails.
Yeah.
It lasts for a long time. Ice is very dense. There's no air and impurities to help speed up the melting process. It's not going to over dilute your whiskey.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Maximum surface area for minimal dilution.
I'm just watching it, the edge as it sort of ripples as it melts. It's quite. That's magic.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It tastes delicious too. Still.
Always. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, Kurtis.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming. Yeah.
I've had a great time.
Yourself.
Yeah. If you're in Phoenix, make sure you look up the Gladley. It's a great place, and make sure you ask for Kurtis. He's got a wealth of information.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great.
Thanks, man. I had fun.